Well, President Biden giving his first interview since ending his bid for re-election. He acknowledges the role his age played in the decision.
Madeline Rivera joins us from Washington this morning with more. And Maddie, this was the first interview the president has given since his decision to drop out of the race. What else did we learn about some of his reasons for doing it?
Yeah, we got more insight from President Biden on why he decided to drop out of his re-election bid. So he talked about some of the polls that came out after his debate performance, which was widely panned. And he said he didn't see much movement in the polls. He said that the polls showed that he and former President Trump were still neck and neck in the polls. And there is some truth to that statement. While he did dip in some polls, it showed that for the most part that this was still a race that was very, very close. But he did talk about the effect that him being on top of the Democratic ticket, he talked about the effect that that would have on Democrats in down ballot races. We're talking about these House and Senate races, and he heard some concerns from people in the Democratic Party that he could drag those candidates down. And he said that was a big reason as to why he decided to drop out of the presidential race. He also mentioned his age. The president will be 82 years old in November. So he talked about that and mentioned that he wanted to be viewed as a transition candidate.
And that's kind of how he started his campaign back in 2020. So let's talk about this. So the president has essentially kind of been on the sideline, if you will, during Vice President Kamala Harris's campaign. They've kind of been going back and forth, this delicate balance between him trying to cement his legacy and her now kicking off this presidential campaign while still being a part of his administration. How do they mold this going forward in terms of her campaign and him being a part of it?
Yeah, the president has gotten some questions, or rather the White House team has gotten some questions regarding the president's noticeably lighter schedule. And the White House has said that they wanted Vice President Kamala Harris to really seize on this moment, to take on the spotlight as she gains momentum, especially in her campaign. So that's what they say regarding this. But in terms of the schedule together, I know we haven't really seen them much, but we do expect that to change somewhat in the coming days. The president plans to join Harris on the campaign trail in Maryland later this week. They will be talking about the economy. The president also said in that CBS interview that he and Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro are putting together a campaign tour of Pennsylvania. And the president says he also plans to hit other battleground states. Anita?
And the DNC starts next Monday right here in Chicago. What do we know about the role that President Biden is going to play next week, or is he going to let Kamala kind of take the center stage in front of the nation?
No, he'll be speaking. I do believe he'll be speaking on the earlier part of the schedule, but we don't have many more details besides that. I'm waiting to hear, too. I'm very interested to see. So we're hoping to hear more details. Brian.
It's a big week and not much time before it's here. Thank you so much, Madeline.
Thanks, guys.
All right, have a great day.